Why are we here today?
Well, we're here as a celebration. We're very excited about opening another phase in the growth of North Oaks. We're opening up a new patient tower. Everything in this building is about patient services. We're adding several all private rooms. We're expanding to 14 ORs. We're adding a surgical ICU. This expansion allows us to convert in our other towers to convert to all private. So we're really excited about that as a huge feature for the population that we're taking care of, that when they need health services and when they choose to come to North Oaks, they would be able to be in an all private setting. And with this also, we were able to, in our ORs, absolutely state-of-the-art technology. And the people in this area, we believe very strongly that that's what they deserve. They deserve to have not only a building that is very modern, but the state-of-the-art technology. And then on our part, it's our responsibility to provide very high quality of care.
One of the great things is that North Oaks is a hospital service district facility, which means that we're owned by the community. So everything that you see is money that we've made that we're reinvesting into the community. So this is 232,000 square foot addition. It's 5 stories. It's going to highlight 95 new private rooms, a new 14-bed surgical ICU. It'll have what we call the war room, which is a centralized monitoring unit where we can monitor all patients throughout the facility. The total medical center now is 400,000 square feet. In addition, we'll also have central sterilization where we clean all of our instruments to make sure patients don't get infections, and it is actually going up in size by 400%. That size, and so we're excited about that, and that's what people will never see. Even employees don't get to go back there unless they work there. Then we have the 14 new state-of-the-art surgical suites, and those are actually tripling in size from our current suites. And we do everything here at North Oaks except transplants and burns, and so we're real fortunate that we've been successful in recruiting a lot of new surgeons to the area to meet the community's needs, because as you know, Tangipahoa Parish is one of the fastest growing parishes in the state of Louisiana.
It's going to be fabulous for our patients to have more possibilities of private rooms. We're adding a ton of private rooms, and my new unit is nothing but private rooms. We have included a bariatric unit for our heavier patients to have safe lifting. We also have a centralized cardiac monitoring unit, which will allow us to monitor 160 maximum patients across the hospital. So if a patient has a known heart problem, but is not necessarily needing to be on our acute telemetry cardiac unit, but we want to monitor his heart because of medications or such, we can do that on other units in the hospital as well.
Tell us, what is your reaction to seeing this new facility?
It's a long time coming. This area has been needed drastically. This area is growing, the I-55 corridor is growing. We need it to expand and stay with the times. And I'm excited because this hospital has worked so hard to get this done. I love it. It's just going to add to our prestige.
The tower is 5 stories tall, and 4 of the units in the tower, 4 floors of the tower, are all dedicated to surgical services. The first floor is a dedicated orthopedic neurosurgery floor with 30 beds, and on that floor there'll be a gym to take care of the patients having total hips and total knees so that they can begin their rehab very quickly after surgery. And then on the 4th floor is the telemetry unit. On the 3rd floor is the general surgery unit with all private rooms, and the 5th floor has all private rooms as well. The 2nd floor is the 14 operating room suites, all fully integrated, state-of-the-art technology, all very spacious, about twice the size of the rooms that we do surgery in currently. Adjacent to the operating rooms is the surgical intensive care unit with 14 beds. And those are all family friendly with sofa beds and TV and Wi-Fi. And then on the other side of the operating rooms are the recovery rooms where we recover the patients after general anesthesia. And of course down on the 1st floor are sterile services, and that's the department where we get everything ready, sterilize and clean the instruments and send them up to the operating room on a dedicated elevator. And that area also cleans and sterilizes and disinfects everything that we use on patients throughout the hospital. So it's all very exciting for surgical services. Probably the most exciting thing I've done in 30 years.
It really represents the fruition of a vision, because the folks who are running this hospital system recognized long ago they wanted a lot of acreage to be able to expand, and they've expanded multiple times. And this latest rendition is going to provide tremendous additional care for patients and private rooms for patients. And nowadays in healthcare, with the changing face of healthcare, people expect a lot more privacy, and they're going to get it now. And that's a great addition to this facility for that to happen.
It's always wonderful. You know, when you're an architect, you dream about these facilities, and one of the things we talk about as architects is that, you know, dreams come true. So it's always a good feeling, and what I feel right now is that the dreams come true. So we've thought about this building, we've walked through it in our mind and studied it and drew pictures of it, and now it's a reality. It's a great feeling.
Tonight is the culmination of a couple of years of very hard work and a great deal of planning to bring to our community this beautiful new tower. And it's just really an exciting evening, and I'm just fascinated at the turnout. I mean, there's so many people here. I hope I can get out, by the way. But anyway, this has been a long process. It's taken a lot of dedicated folks to do it. All of our staff, all of our employees, even down to your volunteers, and it's come together tonight. They're showing our new facility. The people of our community are going to be very, very pleased with what they see in here. We have the state-of-the-art facility, equipment, furnishings, and it's just remarkable, and we deserve it. Our community deserves it.
This is our celebration, our grand opening, but in order to protect our patients and their safety, we're actually not going to open for patients until we're going to put the first patient in the bed on Saturday, December the 15th, because we wanted to spend the next 2 weeks really deep cleaning, what we call terminal clean, to make sure there's nothing where it shouldn't be when we put our first patient in a bed in this new tower. And what we really want them to take advantage of is to come and support their local community hospital. We hope they're never sick, but if they are, we want them to come use us and get a nice private room, because what we've heard over the years is we really want private rooms. Up until this point, we've had about 50% private, 50% semi-private. And when you're sick, you really don't want to share a room. This expansion will allow us to go to nearly all private rooms. We'll only go to semi-privates if we're ever in a surge capacity, which means that all of a sudden we have a flood of patients come in. Then we may have to double people up, but that's not our intention, because we have 250 private rooms.